All right, everyone, welcome back here. This is once again the Paradise League tournament cycle number 8. We have round of 8 action here coming at you between Orcs of Newerth here on the Legion side, going to be taking on once again Reason Gaming here on the Hellborn side. This is not only a best of 3, but this is game number 3. So this one will decide which team will be moving on here to semi-final number 2, where they will be meeting the winner between Team Tim and Good Clan Rejects. So we got the bands already taken care of. We got Engineer, Rally, Aluna, and Electrician. The Aluna, very popular this series. I believe she has been played in both games. So we're going to see Team Orcs here ban that one out. So no team going to have the Aluna here in game number 3. But the other bans are pretty straightforward. Engineer, Rally, Electrician, pretty popular here. Majority of these heroes have been banned throughout the series. The Electrician, I believe, made it into game number 1, where Team Orcs, I believe, ended up taking that one. We are going to have a first pick of Magnus coming out here, followed up by the Kinesis. So the Kinesis counter pick coming out with that Thought Steal, able to steal that Lava Surge. And Kinesis, boy, does he just does he really just become a much better hero once he has that Lava Surge? That extra lockdown with the Magnus stun on top of the Stasis Smash once he gets to level 6. Very, very disruptive, dealing lots and lots of burst. So we very often see the Kinesis counter pick after the Magnus. We have a Pebbles coming out here for Team Orcs. And is this the third game we've seen Pebbles? I think we've seen Pebbles every single game so far in this series. So Pebbles has been very, very popular, to say the least. We're going to have a Puppet Master pick coming out for Reason Gaming. Pretty interested to see the Puppet Master. We have not been seeing a whole lot of Puppet Master, but he has been making his appearance here and there, as some of the teams do like to pick him up. But they are going to be revealing a carry pick very early here, so pretty intriguing that they go with the second pick, Puppet Master. And then we have the Empath pick coming out from Team Orc. So they're going to pick up a support option here in the Empath. And the Empath pick, that leads me to believe that they are going to be picking up some very heavy hitting hard carry. What that carry will be is still unknown, but I'm leaning towards something like a strength carry, something like that Hammer Storm, something like that Malikan, that can really utilize that extra attack damage and sustain with the Essence Link from Empath. So safe to say, I am expecting that kind of style carry coming out from our Legion side, but we're going to have a Lodestone pick once again coming out from Reason Gaming. So they will pick that up, and they will definitely have lockdown this game as well as they did in game number 2. Both teams drafting very much in terms of lockdown. We're going to have the Ophelia ban right away coming out here from Orcs. So they are not going to deal with an Ophelia like they did in game number 2. That Ophelia gaining Reason Gaming so much momentum as they were able to snowball on the Pebbles, on the Madman, gain that momentum, and just take over the map control. So Ophelia will be addressed here in game number 3. We're going to have the Zephyr ban as well. So getting rid of those tanky healers, the Oogie and the Hammer Storm going to be taken out. The Oogie ban, not too sure if that one was 100% necessary, but very, very difficult to deal with if you throw an Empath on top of that as well. The Hammer Storm, I think that one makes a whole lot of sense. I'm expecting a Malikan ban, to be honest, but we will see what they decide to go with on their third ban. We do see the Switchblade getting banned out as well. I suppose they could pick a Switchblade with a Puppet Master. That wouldn't be out of the question. A lot of the times when we see a Puppet Master, we do see it ran in a duo core lineup. So the Switchblade for sure could have been an option here. one more ban, and they will go with the Tremble. So the Tremble was played very, very well in game number 1 by Criminal Ace, and I believe he even made it upwards of 600 gold per minute on that short lane Tremble. So they're going to get rid of the Tremble here. Pretty understandable. And we're actually going to see a 4th pick Valkyrie come out here from the side of Legion. And I was not expecting a Valkyrie pick, but I gotta say, I love the Valkyrie pick. It screams aggression once again, like they did in game number 1 with that Revenant Electrician lane. I'm looking at this lineup, and I think Magnus, Valkyrie, possibly even Empath as a tri-lane potential option. And then they could look to pick up another core here to supplement the Pebbles. Some carry or semi-carry option that they can throw into the short lane, either in a 2-1-2 setup or in a 3-1-1 setup, with Valkyrie either being on a dual lane or in a tri-lane. So they're going to go with the Sand Wraith. So another carry option, I think it's great. They now have the Empath Sandwraith combination. Uh, Now they could look to pick up a staff on the Pebbles and staff the Empath. Give the staff from Empath to Sandwraith when he ults inside him, and that is a scary lineup if you have staff with Sandwraith and Pebbles and a Valkyrie Prism on top of that. Very, very, very deadly and active lineup. I love the way that they finished off their lineup here on the side of Team Orcs. And then we're going to see Andromeda into Madman. So they will once again go with the Madman. It worked out for them in game number 2. So they're going to try here once again in game number 3. And it's looking like we could see a potential tri-lane coming out from the side of our Hellborn side. So pretty flexible lane setups here with the dual core of Puppet Master and the Madman. I am expecting the Lodestone to be a solo laner, or they could do a 2-1-2 with Kinesis and Lodestone in the duo off lane. Madman mid, for example, and Puppet Master Andromeda in the short lane would be another option. The beauty of replay casting is we can skip over the pauses. I love to always remind you guys about that, as it's always nice to just skip through pauses. We don't have to sit here and wait. But it looks like we're going to see the traditional 2-1-2 setup here. Magnus and Valkyrie headed to the top lane. They have Pebbles in the mid lane. And then we have Sandwraith Empath here in the bottom lane. So very, very traditional lane setup from the side of Orcs of Newerth. We have all 5 players here from Reason Gaming up in the top / jungle area here. And gonna be interested to see how they evolve their lanes. I'm expecting this Madman to go mid lane. And then the Lodestone and the Kinesis to go to the bottom lane. Look at this. They're trying to set up a Bloodlust kill, but it's not going to happen. They're going to get the Ward of Sight down. Pretty aggressive Ward of Sight, to say the least. So we're actually having Madman go to the bottom lane. This is definitely not what I was expecting. So Kinesis and Madman going to the bottom lane, Lodestone going to the short lane to face the Valkyrie Magnus lane, and then Andromeda Puppet Master mid against the Pebbles. This should force a rotation from somebody to help out the Pebbles. The problem is, I think it has to be Empath, and that would leave Sandwraith very, very vulnerable down here. So the way Reason Gaming have chose to set up their lanes, they should be doing well in 2 out of 3 lanes. Only the Lodestone should have a tough time going up 1 versus 2. But the Madman dual aggressive lane against the Sandwraith and the Empath. I feel like they should be able to get some pretty easy kills on the Kinesis once the levels come out on the Sandwraith. Turns a stun into an arrow. Lodestone going to take some pressure here. Doesn't have the shield picked up, but he does spec the lodestone plates. Pebbles taking a harass round of damage from the ranged heroes. It's going to be pretty controlled here in the middle lane. He's only sitting on 2 creep kills. So no bloodlust kill just yet. We now have Magnus in the mid lane. He's going to get chucked onto Puppet Master. This could be the first blood, as Puppet Master will go down the double damage Magnus. Great use of the chuck there from Pebbles to throw Magnus in onto the Puppet Master. So we have a gold lead now for the Legion side. Not a whole lot of action really happening. We now have Valkyrie 1 versus 1 against the Lodestone. Magnus doing some roaming. He's going to make his way down to the bot lane. He lands a 2-man Lava Surge stun. Doesn't give the Lava Surge over to Kinesis, so nice job using the Steam Bath there. And Kinesis will end up falling. Madman not really able to do a whole lot there in terms of helping out or getting a counter kill. Puppet Master continues to have great farm in the mid lane despite dying for the Bloodlust. He's still higher GPM than the Pebbles. Might go for a kill here. The Andromeda is here. Puppet Show will not hold him in place though. Here comes the Comet Stun. Pebbles will bottle up the rune. We're gonna have Toxin Claws picked up on the Madman. Lodestone, he is still not doing too well up in the top lane as the initial 2 versus 1. Kind of messed up his farm, but he is 18-0. Valkyrie 30-6. So Valkyrie actually has the highest creep farm in the game so far, sitting on 33 last hits. Mid lane, we have a stun coming in from Magnus from behind. The toss, the stun into the toss, and there's the smackdown kill with the Honey Badger taunt, because Honey Badger don't care. Pebbles gets the second kill here, so despite not having a great start, it is completely fine. He is 300 gold per minute. He doesn't need last hits. He just needs to kill the guy who has more farm than him, and he will get his GP up that way. And bottom lane, we actually have a kill happening onto Madman. I missed that completely, but I was not expecting that to happen. Madman only the level 3, so he is not really doing that well in the bottom lane. That's the 23 last hits, but GPM not the greatest. Sandwraith now up at 400 gold per minute. We have Magnus making his way up here to the top lane. See if that one got spotted out or not. They will make their way to the top rune. Empath will pick up the bot rune, which ends up being double damage with the bottle from Sandwraith. So good rune control coming out from Orcs. Sandwraith with the double damage. He has the Mirage ready to go. We'll see if he looks to set up any kills anywhere. Just need to use the bottle to get his mana back. They could look to set up a kill on the Puppet Master, I believe. Only 4 kills happening in 7 minutes. Lava Surge comes in here onto Andromeda. We have the Sandwraith ultimate coming out. He ports in with the Desert's Curse. Here comes the counter though from Lodestone. He lines up the head smash. Sandwraith is going to hold his ground, but he will end up falling. And it will be a serial killer streak for Sandwraith. Lodestone gets credit for the counter kill. Ends up being a 1-for-1. Not entirely worth it. Magnus will run into Lodestone here. Gonna pick up that rune. He forces out the Lava Surge. Bottom lane, they went for a kill on the Madman. They took him down very, very low. Valkyrie, though, she continues to free farm up here. She is now 450 gold per minute. She picks up the Brass Knuckles on top of the Ghost Marchers. We're gonna have the Prism come out here in the mid lane. There is a Rev Ward down. We'll see if they do get spotted here under that Rev Ward. But here comes the stuns from Pebbles and Magnus. Still gonna get the quick kill on the Puppet Master. Magnus, he will get turned on here. He will end up falling as the TP support comes in. So it ends up being a 1-for-1, but I think they'll gladly take the trade of the Magnus for the Puppet Master. Sandwraith has another Mirage in 12 seconds. Action middle lane as we have a puppet show coming out. Here come the strings as well. Pebbles gonna take some heavy pressure here. The last auto attack is enough for the kill. Top lane. Oh, the Magma Stun is going to miss. The Dust did come out. He avoids the arrow as well. Great dodging coming out there from the Madman. He got dusted, I believe, as well from the Magnus. Kinesis, he's trying to set up a counter gank here. Oh, not like this. Two-man stun coming out from Magnus. Here comes the stun follow-up from Pebbles once again. They set up the kill onto Andromeda as well. It is disastrous here for Reason Gaming once again. The Puppet Master now sitting on 4 deaths. These rotations from the Magnus just doing too much in terms of shutting down this Puppet Master. Empath ultimates onto the Sandwraith. Here comes the Essence Link. The stun coming out from Empath as well. Shatterstorm will blow up. He gets the Rod Control off in time. And he will be just fine. Valkyrie look to buy this game? She picks up a bracer. Not too sure what she's gonna buy. She's dropped below 400 GPM. But she's still, or she's above 400, but she's still the top farmer in the game. Once again, Orcs have the 3 highest farmers all on their side. But Pebbles Portal Key is around the corner. We have Sandwraith working on the Thunderclaw. Valkyrie, I'm not too sure what she's going to go for this game, but I do think she'll transition into a semi-carry. Tower does fall in the bottom lane. That might give Sandwraith close to enough money for his Thunderclaw. Here comes a Prism from Valkyrie. Red ward is down though. They're going to spot this out. They are going to lift the illusion of Pebbles here with the Stasis Smash. Sun will miss, and it looks like this will be the end of the engagement. So, great presence of mind here with the Rev Ward. Unfortunately, good bait coming out from Pebbles as well to send the illusion in. Top lane, we have a stun combination from Magnus and Valkyrie happening.
Your team wish you stay in well.
Empath will ultimate onto Pebbles here. Not too sure if they're gonna go for any kills though. Pebbles does have a blink here. He might go for the Puppet Master kill here, but he does have vestments. This should be a kill. They're waiting for the Magnus, but they don't even need him. 14-minute portal key here on the Pebbles, who was 2 versus 1 initially, but he has had a great game despite having a slow start. Still getting the portal key at a pretty good time. Almost 400 GPM. Reason will turn their attention toward the bottom lane where they will try to push this tower. Where do you think you're going?
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower. The Legion have destroyed the Hellborn tower.
Bailed out here on the Puppet Master. He picks up a Tablet of Command. Pebbles will TP out as we have an engagement here in the bot lane, it looks like. Valkyrie could be in some trouble now. Here comes the Puppet Show. Strings will hold him down. He will get the leap off. Do they have the reveal? Valkyrie might actually be fine here. Glowstone comes in with a rocket drill. No dust though. They did use the Puppet Master ultimate, but they got the kill onto Puppet Master as Sandwraith ported in with the Mirage. What a counter coming out here from Orcs of Newerth as they initially went for that kill onto Valkyrie. Great escape coming out. Andro will get stunned up here by the Link. Portal Key jump comes in, but here comes the Stasis Smash. Kinesis uses the Lava Surge or Magnus. Will Pebbles end up falling here? One more auto attack, yes he will. Empath will fall out. Now Magnus can be in some trouble. The strings from Puppet Master locking him down into a puppet show. Empath will go over the TP, but he will not make it out. And it's disastrous. 3 players drop from Orcs of Newerth, so they give up a couple of kills here. As they went for that kill, I believe, on the Andromeda. I believe the Stasis Smash actually interrupted the full Pebbles combo, so. Sandwraith, though, he's been farming away.
Know your place, peasant.
Oh, I missed that one. Was that a solo kill from Valkyrie? Onto Madman? He must have hit an arrow, because I missed that completely. a Shadow Storm being channeled here on the Sandwraith. And that's going to be some big burst coming out. So they put a stop to the Sandwraith's Reign of Terror. Swap comes out here on the Andromeda. Rocket Drill comes in from the Lodestone. Lava Surge from Kinesis. And Orcs of Newerth is getting a little bit sloppy here. They're giving up a big part of their lead. They were originally up, I think, 11 to 3 or something. But yeah, they're closing the golden experience gap now. Meanwhile, in the top lane, this tower should end up falling here to Valkyrie as he gets the tower. Does end up picking up an Astrolabe. A little bit surprised by that. Here comes a Prism on top of a Mirage. A beautiful Magma stun coming out onto 4 heroes. Will they be able to bring them down, though, is the question. Here comes a Voodoo Puppet from Puppet Master. They take out the Sandwraith. Voodoo Puppet was on the Valkyrie here. He's got Empath inside of him. He goes for the arrow, but here comes another stun from Magnus. 2-man combo coming in from Pebbles. It's a double tap. Puppet Master going to go for the TP on out, and it looks like he will survive as there was no TP stoppers available. So they were actually thinking that Puppet Master, I believe, was still here as they went for a chase, but as we could see, that was not the case. Looks like Puppet Master will be going Whispering Helm now, but he could be in some trouble. Here comes Pebbles with the jump. The swap comes out immediately from Andromeda. The link is going to happen. They're going to take the 1 kill here onto Andromeda. Will they be able to get the catch here? Empath, he's going to get caught. Arrow will stop it for now, but here comes the Rocket Drill from Lodestone. So both teams trade a support for a support. Meanwhile, Magnus is counter pushing the top lane, and he's getting closer to his portal key. They forced a lot of TPs up to the top lane. That man looks like he's trying to go for a Rune Cleaver. Puppet Master ends up falling in the bot lane. He gets caught out by the Pebbles and the Valkyrie. Looks like Lodestone will be going for a Hellflower. He's got his portal key picked up. No Fireblade level 2 picked up on the Valkyrie. So that will enhance his damage quite a lot. We have a Prism coming out. There is a ward here. I don't know if that's spotted. It looks like it did spot out the Prism. They're going to put a Ward of Revelation down. They're going to catch that Ward of Sight as well. So many Rev Wards are down. Here comes a jump from Pebbles. He tosses the Lodestone onto the Andromeda, and that's going to be a quick kill on the Andromeda. The Lodestone pops the Shadow Storm, and here comes the return from Sandwraith with the Mirage and the Empath inside of him. Sandwraith will end up falling, though, to the Voodoo Puppet. Lodestone does end up falling as he gets his Shadow Storm off, and now Kinesis is in trouble. He will end up falling as well. Valkyrie, will he hold his ground? Valkyrie will fall. Do they get the kill here onto the Madman? Oh my god, he survives with 14 life. And Puppet Master will also survive. So, looks like Reason Gaming got the better of this fight, despite being in a pretty sizable gold and experience deficit. The Sandwraith still, unfortunately, dying very, very quickly to the Puppet Master. He has fallen down a little bit now. He's only 380 gold per minute. Builds into a Firebrand, so he's going to be looking to pick up his Geometer's Bane next. We do have a tablet on the Pebbles. Magnus getting close to his blink. Needs about another 450 gold. They're gonna get the catcher on a Madman. The Magnus and the Valkyrie end up falling. Or, excuse me, the Magnus and the Valkyrie end up setting up that kill there on the Madman. So, looks like Madman hasn't picked up anything since his cleaver. Valkyrie has finished her Nullfire level 3. I think I would like to see a Geometer's Bane on Valkyrie next to help her with the mana burn, have more mobility as well. Magnus now with the portal key. So maybe looking to set something up here on the Puppet Master, but doesn't have the team support. We are going to see Orcs of Newerth attempting their Kongor here. And this Kongor will fall. Here comes a Valkyrie Prism. Combo from Pebbles, the setup. Here comes Magnus. They have the damage that will bring him down. Valkyrie will go and leap toward the next target. The port is going to happen from Andromeda, but Kinesis will fall. Two players end up falling here for or in favor of Orcs of Newerth. Madman picks up a Hungry Spirit. He's going to build again into that Whispering Helmet, looks like. Sandra should be pretty close to this Geometer's Bane. Looks like he needs another 500. They might look to set up a tower push. Here's the Stasis Mash onto Magnus. Looks like he went in with his Lava Surge. And the TP support came in. Save Pebbles. Looks like he's going for a Shrunken Head. The light fails us. Strike them as they're blind. See if Pebbles can get the jump he's looking for. Picks up a dust. They're going for the Puppet Master. Okay, execute that well, and we'll get that kill. Rush comes out here. Here comes the swap from Andromeda onto Madman. The stun does wear off. Here comes Low Stun with a Shatter Storm. They will land it, I believe, onto. Did it land? I'm actually not sure. Low Stun ends up falling though, as well as the Andromeda. And everyone is still healthy here on the side of the Legion, just a bit too tanky. I think the Shadow Storm landed on the Valkyrie, but could be wrong. And they get 3 kills there. The Kinesis also falling, so a big team fight coming out here from Orcs of Newerth. Magnus is channeling the Eruption. He's going to jump in, but they are going to fall back in time. And this could be a Rax. We have 20 seconds on the respawners. Sandwraith with the illusions and the Valkyrie. I think they should be able to get the full set here. Yep, so they get the first set of the Rex, or first set of Raxes. At the 28-minute mark, there's the staff for Pebble, so he doesn't go Shrunken Head. I like the staff actually a lot. I hope he upgrades the Empath next, as I feel like that giving the staff also to Sandwraith is really big. Looks like we have Magnus and Valkyrie trying to set up a kill here on the Puppet Master, perhaps. The arrow does not come out. The Stasis Smash onto Valkyrie. Here comes a turn onto the Magnus as well with the Voodoo Puppet. Madman will get caught with his barrel rolled down. They do get the turn onto Puppet Master. Sandwraith in the background gets the kill onto Andromeda as well as the Puppet Master. And Pebbles with the group chuck will get the kill here onto Kinesis. So 4 players dead, going the way of Orcs of Newerth. They only lose their Magnus, so they are pretty satisfied with that fight. I think it's safe to say. And they will look to try to get themselves another Rex here as Sandwraith is in the bottom lane with those illusions going strong. He still has the Geometer's Bane. He's going to pop it here as well. No Arcane Bombs coming out from the side of Hellborn. The GGs are actually going to be called, and we are going to have your winner here in the best of 3 coming out in game number 3. Going to be Orcs of Newerth as they win here over Reason Gaming. Really well played by them. And they will be moving on to semifinal number 2, which will be played tomorrow, where they will face the winner of Team Tim versus Good Clan Rejects. That series is tied up currently at 1 game apiece. That series will be concluded tomorrow morning or afternoon, depending on where you're from, as they have to play the 3rd and final game still. So Orcs and Newerth still has to await their opponent for tomorrow, but congratulations to them as they move out of the round of 8 and they will be making it to the semifinals. And that will do it for